Hey everybody, this is Josh with Late Start Piano. In this video, we're going to be going over how to find any major chord and any minor chord. So to do this, we need to know first about intervals, and we need to know about half steps versus whole steps. So intervals in music are characterized by two ways. The first is the number of the interval, and then the quality. So the quality in this sense being major or minor. So for example, here is your C. This is your middle C for context. If you press C and then D, that is a second because you always count the key that you're starting with and then you count the next key. So 1, 2 is a second, C to E is a third, 1, 2, 3. C to F is a fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have C to G, which is a fifth, then a 6, 7, and then the 8 back to the C. You can also call that an octave. So that's the easy part. We know we just start with the note you're starting from, count that as 1, and then count however far you're going up into the next note. Next step for the interval, next thing you need to know is the quality. So this is where it's really important to also know your scales. For example, in the key of C major, using the C major scale, we know that that's all white notes. So C, D, E, all the way up, C to C, all white notes. So we know that C to, let's say, B, we know it's a seventh because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because we're playing B and not a B flat or a B sharp, we know that this B is major in quality. So we know it's a seventh, we also know it's major, therefore it's called a major seventh. So whatever note you play, if it belongs to that key or that specific scale, like C to B, B is naturally in the scale of C major, so that's a major seventh. If, for example, we were to play B flat, it's still a seventh because it's still a B, it's just a flattened B, B flat. Because B flat is not naturally in the scale of C major, now that's a minor seventh. So B to B flat is a minor seventh. Fifth and sixth are always perfect, so C to G is a perfect fifth. C to F, or the fourth, is a perfect fourth, so perfect fourth, perfect fifth. Those two intervals. In this case, again, it's all the white keys, so we don't have to worry about any sharps or flats. For example, if you take the key of, let's say, E, so E, in E you have E, so everything sharped besides the A and the B. So for that, 1, 2, 3, 4, we know that this is the fourth because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 keys away. We also know that we need to sharp it, or excuse me, we know that it's going to be natural because there's no A sharp in the key of E. So even though that the F is sharp, the G is sharp, A is still natural, B is natural, C sharp, D sharp, and E. So we know that's going to be A natural, so that's a perfect fourth. Now getting into a little bit as far as how you know it's major or minor. So we can also look at this as half steps. So we know to get to a major third, we know that's 4 half steps. So if you start at C, again, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 half steps make up a major third. Okay, so again, this time, not like before where we counted this time we're counting half steps away. So you start on C, next key is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 half steps make up the major third, a half step just being the number of keys away. So we also know that 3 half steps make up a minor interval. So if we were to go 1, 2, 3, starting on C, 1 half step, 2 half step, 3 half steps, that's a minor third. You can hear that in the quality major, minor. So to find any major or minor key, or chord, excuse me, any major or minor chord, all we have to do is pick a note. So we can go B, play 4 half steps up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so D sharp, and then you would add 3 half steps from that, 1, 2, 3. So this is a B major chord. You can hear that in the quality. And again, we use that formula of 4 half steps and 3 half steps. So all a major chord is a major interval, major third, and then a minor third. So when you put the major third, C to E, a minor third, E to G, you stack them, you now have a major chord. So you can find that through any chord, any major chord you can now find. You can pick D, 1, 2, 3, 4, D sharp, 1, 2, 3, and A. So D, F sharp, A, that's your D major chord. And you can do that to anything else. A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, A, C sharp, and E, that's your A major. Now the cool trick about this is for any minor chord, you do the exact opposite. So if you already know your major chords, which you should by now after watching that, you know the formula, 4 and 3. A minor chord is the exact opposite. So to play a C minor, start on your C, go up 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, and then add 4 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. So C minor is C, E flat, and G. Do the same thing with the B. So we know from before this is B major. So to flip it, we'll do 3 half steps and then 4 half steps. So start with B, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So B, D, F sharp is your B minor. And then we'll just do A as one more example. Start on A, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. A, C, E. And you can hear the difference in that. So the cool thing is once you know the major chords, C major, all you have to do is take the third or the middle note and lower it by 1 half step. And now you have a minor chord. So everything else stays the same, still playing C, still playing G, and a C major and a C minor. The only difference is in C major, you play E, C minor, it's E flat. And you can take any chord, let's do something we haven't done, let's say F sharp. So here's F sharp major, F sharp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, half steps, F major. We want to make this minor. All you do is take the middle note but down by 1 half step. C minor, or excuse me, F sharp minor, F sharp major. And again, that works with any chord. So now you can find any major